Hello, my name is Adana. I'm just a girl from a small village where the sun touches the red earth first, and the morning speaks in silence. The story I want to tell you, it's not just about one woman. It's about all of us. It's about Mama Africa and her hands. When the world is still asleep, our village begins to breathe. The red earth glows beneath the early sun, and the huts made of mud and thatch stand tall, like elders guarding the land. Smoke calls gently from morning fires, and the sky above stretches endlessly, like the dreams that live in us. You see that woman sitting quietly outside her hut? Her back is straight, even after all these years. Her hands move slowly, weaving a basket, but every movement feels like a prayer. Those hands, they've built homes, they've grown food, they've wiped tears and held babies tight. They are not just hands, they are memory, they are power, they are the roots holding this land together. Even when she's silent, she's speaking. Even when she's still, she's watching. Africa begins there, in her hands. Children laugh and run barefoot on the red soil. There's this one little girl. Her uniform is worn but clean. Her boots are pressed to her chest, and even though her feet are bare, she walks like a queen. She walks past the old woman, and their eyes meet. No words, just a look. One generation meeting another. Mama lifts a pot from the fire like she's done it 1,000 times. Her hands have fed so many mouths. Her hands have told stories without speaking. They've seen hunger, drought, loss, but they never gave up. They kept going, because they believed in this land, in tomorrow, in children yet to grow tall. Every wrinkle on her palm, it holds history. Every scar, a quiet lesson. There was a time when pain lived in every home, when voices broke from crying, when we had to rebuild with empty hands. But even then, Mama's hands never trembled. When sickness came, she healed wounds with love. When a mother lost her child, Mama's hands held her, all night long. These same hands that once pulled weeds, now wiped tears. In her eyes, strength wasn't about never hurting. It was about rising again, and again. There's a young nurse who works our village roads now. She helps the old, listens to the sick. Her hands are young, but they remember the old ways. They once braided hair and carried water. Now they carry stethoscopes and healing. This strength, it's not just passed through blood. It's passed through rhythm, through work, through hands. The world looks at Africa and often sees only struggle. But they don't see what we see. They don't see the colors in our fabrics that sing of joy. They don't hear the music that dances through pain. They don't know that our stories live in every drumbeat, every smile. Mama's hands may be covered in dust, but they still shine. From sunrise to sunset, she does not rest. She plants, she teaches, she prays, she blesses, she listens, and when the storms come, and they always do, her fingers hold onto tradition like roots hold onto the earth. Her daughters watch, learn, repeat, in weddings and funerals, in dancing and in mourning, her hands are never still. Because being an African woman means you work twice as hard, cry once, and rise forever. Look carefully. That small girl walking to school without shoes. She carries Mama's spirit. That nurse helping the elder. She carries Mama's fire. Mama's hands might be old now, but they are not tired. Because Africa still lives in them, still grows in them. When you touch an African woman's hand, you're not just touching skin. You're touching strength. You're touching tomorrow. You're touching the heartbeat of the whole continent. So next time you see her, balancing a basket on her head and the baby on her back, bow your head just a little. Because respect is more than a crown. Her hands have built kingdoms, cut babies into this world, turned dust into a home. And the future, it lives right there, in her hands, in her story, In Africa, that still rises, from her hands, from her heart, from us.